Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a e.l.f. haul. I just filmed a full face of e.l.f. So I wanted to go ahead and haul the stuff for you guys. This haul is probably going to be up before the actual look that I did. So yeah, I'm just going to jump right in. So this stuff isn't going to be in a particular order. I'm just going to pick it up from me looking at it. So what I got is the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set. So this is going to be their setting spray. And I actually really do like this because of the spritzer. I don't know if you guys would be able to see that, but it doesn't shoot out and like spit at your face. It's a very fine mist, and it doesn't leave like those little specks on your face from it shooting out. So I really did like the way this came out of the bottle. Again, I don't know the longevity or if it has any impact on my makeup and how long it stays, but in terms of how it comes out and how it feels, it actually is pretty good. It doesn't really have a scent to it, so if you're a scent person, when it comes to your makeup, it doesn't really have a scent. Not that I smell anyways, but yeah, so far this is actually pretty decent. The next thing that I have is the e.l.f. Foundation, the oil-free foundation, and I got mine in the shade Ebony because normally I am the darkest foundation shade in any range because there really aren't a good inclusive shade range of foundations. So I assumed that I was going to be the darkest shade, and it looked a little bit lighter on the website than it did in person, but I put it on and it looked like it matched my neck, but it kind of looked too dark. So I'm not really sure how I feel about it yet, because it looks okay. Like, I'm looking at it, it does kind of look okay. So I'm not sure if it's the undertone of the foundation or what it is, but so far it looks pretty decent. But I do have to use it a little bit more to really give an opinion on it. But again, go watch the video where I actually did this look, and you guys will see when I was putting it on, I was like, oh, I don't know about this foundation, but I still don't know. I still don't know about it. I think it's more of the color that I don't know about rather than like the foundation itself. You guys get what I'm saying? The next thing I got is the e.l.f. This is a translucent powder. I don't know which one it is. It doesn't really have a name on it. I guess it just says it's sheer. I actually really like this. It did not leave a white cast under my eyes or where I highlighted. It did not get cakey under there or anything. A lot of powders like this, I've noticed I have to stay clear from because it will leave that white cast under my eyes. It will make me look like a ghost. This did not do that. If you are a darker complexion, I highly recommend this. This stuff is amazing. And again, like, it looks good. I do not know if it has a flashback because I haven't taken pictures yet, but I will let you guys know if it has a flashback. But other than that, this stuff is amazing. And then I did get a face powder. This is the e.l.f. finishing powder in the shade Deep. I hope I didn't blind you guys with this because the packaging is mirrored. But I really do like this powder. I really do like the packaging. It did give me a little bit of coverage. When I say a little bit, I mean a minimal amount of coverage. So if you're looking for like a full coverage powder to set your foundation and stuff with, I don't think this is what you're looking for because it didn't give me too much coverage, but it did give me a little bit of extra coverage. And I do like it. Again, it's not cakey or anything. The shade is pretty nice as well, and I really do like the packaging. I feel like they did their thing with this packaging, so I really do like this. I did get a concealer. This is the e.l.f. HD Lifting Concealer, and it looks a little light. I know what you guys are thinking. This looks very light. It is in the shade Medium, and I'm pretty sure there was only 3 shades. I'm pretty sure it was Fair, Light, and Medium, so there was no Deep. I did have to darken this up with my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer because this was just a tad bit too light for my liking, but in terms of the formula, it blended out nicely. As you guys can see, it's not too drying. I did use this as an eyelid primer as well because I didn't get a primer for my eyes, and I just set this and it actually did pretty good. So I don't have any complaints about this concealer other than the shade range, but yeah, this is a pretty good concealer. I'm going to go ahead and go into some brow products. So this is the e.l.f. Clear Brow Gel and Mascara. I only use the brow gel, and the wand itself, it's very big, which whatever, but it was actually kind of hard. So when I was like brushing through my brows, it was kind of like scratching me. So that kind of sucked. I don't know what the deal is with that, but I didn't like the wand on this, and the product is like, I mean, I don't know. I haven't worn it long enough to see if it keeps my brows in place. But the brow pencil that I got is the e.l.f. brow pencil in the shade Deep Brown. And I'll show you guys. I don't know if you guys can see the tip of this, but this brow pencil is actually very creamy, and the shade said Deep Brown, but it was a little bit darker than what I expected, which is fine because I have really dark brows. But yeah, I think I liked this a little bit. I do like the spoolie because when I first started going, I was like, whoa, wait a minute, I'm gonna have to go back through and like brush these out. So the spoolie really came in handy. I've noticed a lot of brow products are doing that lately. It's a little bit more convenient for people. So, but I think I really do like this brow pencil. Again, you do have to be careful. This is really creamy, so you're going in and you're thinking you're not going to get a lot of payoff, and then as soon as you make that first little swipe, you're like, what the hell did I just do? But overall, I think this is a pretty decent eyebrow pencil. Okay, I have 3 lip products to show you guys, and I'm going to show you guys the combo that I have on right now. So the lipstick that I have on, this is just the e.l.f. lipstick in Bordeaux Beauty. I don't know if there's like a certain finish or anything, but here's what that looks like. And this is the lipstick that I have on right now. And then the lip gloss that I have on, this is just the e.l.f. lip lacquer in the shade Burgundy. So this is the lip combo that I have on. I did not buy a lip liner from e.l.f. So I do not have on a lip liner right now, so I really just had to be careful with this. But this is the lip combo that I have on. And then the other lip product that I got was this lipstick in Razzle Dazzle Red. And that's just what that looks like. And I would have worn the lipstick by itself, but it wasn't matte. So I'm like, if I'm going to go for a glossy look, I'm going to put on a gloss. So that's why I put on the gloss. Okay, so we're down to our last 2 products. So this is the e.l.f. Matte for Matte eyeshadow palette in the shade Summer Breeze. I actually really enjoyed this palette. I kind of forgot that it was a matte palette, and I'm struggling to open it. That's why I haven't showed you guys yet. But yeah, so that's what that looked like. I've heard pretty decent reviews on this before I bought it, so that's why I chose this one. The shades blended out really nicely. For the most part, I got most of the shades to show up on my skin tone. I do have a hard time with getting eyeshadows to show up on my skin tone from certain companies, but this eyeshadow palette was actually pretty good. I actually really did enjoy this. It's very small and sleek and compact, so I feel like this would be really nice for traveling. But also, you just really need to keep in mind that there's only matte eyeshadows in here. So if you're going to want like a shimmery lid, I would use like your highlighter or something like that. But for the most part, I feel like the colors in this palette, you can do a neutral look, you can do a semi-bold look. So you can kind of get away with just like bringing this palette if you're going to be traveling. And then the last thing that I got, this is the e.l.f. Illuminating Palette. There was only one shade, but it does have 4 different highlighters in there. And yeah, I had to use like this gold shade for my highlight, and then I use this shade for like my inner corner highlight. I have not touched these 2 shades, don't really know what I'm going to use them for because they're a little light. So when I figure it out, I will definitely let you guys know. But I think I really do like this highlighting palette. I already owned the blush palette from, why can I not say that word? I already owned the blush palette from e.l.f., so that wasn't really something that I need to buy, but I've mentioned it in a bunch of other videos, and you guys know I really do love the e.l.f. blush palette. But these, you can actually pop them out, and I'm not going to pop them out, but you can pop these out. So I think if you're going to travel or something, you can take your top 2 highlighters or your top highlighter and your top 2 blushes, and you can like swap them out and put them in like one palette and take just the palette with you. So instead of taking like both palettes, I feel like that'll be a little bit easier. So that's actually really convenient for you to be able to just pop them out and pop them in, so you can kind of customize it to your liking. And then I forgot to mention this is the e.l.f. Mineral Infused Face Primer. This is like a silicone primer, so it will kind of like fill in your pores and give you an even canvas to work with when you're doing your foundation. It isn't drying, but I wouldn't say that it has like a ton of hydration in it, so if that's what you're looking for, I'm not really sure if you'll like this. I don't know how this actually affects the longevity of my makeup because I just kind of did this, so I'm not really sure, but for the most part, overall, I will say that it's a pretty decent primer, and it's actually very cheap. I did not spend a lot of money at all for all of this stuff. I think I spent like $50, and then I had free shipping, so I highly recommend a ton of these products. Elf is a very good brand. I just kind of wish they would expand their concealer shades, and I also wish they would expand their foundation shades because I feel like they're a little bit lacking in that department. But for the most part, the rest of their products are actually really good for the price point. A lot of people sleep on Elf, but y'all need to wake up. Okay, you guys, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you guys in my next video.